Hi guys, Tom Greenwood here. This is my YouTube channel. This morning I was thinking about two different ways people view the world. They view the world a lot of different ways, but two of the ways that people view the world that stand in contrast of each other. So there's this question always with doing anything, living somewhere, engaging in an activity, you name it, and there's this idea of temporary or permanent. I mean, ultimately everything's temporary, but some things are less temporary. So when people view things, a lot of times maybe they live in an apartment or a house and they know they're going to be there a very short time, or they know that the work that they're doing is not intended to last very long. So there's this kind of habit of or thought of, fuck it, it doesn't matter, you know? Or it's only temporary, so why even bother to do a good job? Or I'm only going to be here a short time, so why take care of anything? And I understand that point of view. I engage in it sometimes. I mean, there's a point to know where the edge is and when you're wasting time, money, effort, energy on a thing. But then there's another question of is everything temporary, you know? So if the whole universe is temporary and I'm temporary, then why bother to care? You know, why bother to care for my body? Why bother to care for my tools? Why bother to care for my friends or my relationships or anything else in life if it's all temporary? And that's a question, and it leads to a kind of a dark place, because yeah, everything is temporary, and we're all going to die and be dust, and anyway, and so who cares, and blah blah blah. And that's great and all, but it doesn't lead to any satisfaction for me. I don't know about other people. So really, it comes down to me is the action. The result of the action may be temporary, but the act of doing itself is permanent in time. Like if time was removed and we just looked at it chronologically, it would be permanent. The other thing is do I want to live in junk and squalor my whole life? Do I want to have low functioning items? Do I want to have junk everywhere? Do I want to be the kind of person that doesn't care about all the stuff around me that I've bothered to be around? I don't know about you, but I don't. As I become older and older, less and less do I want crappy tools. Do I want crappy food? Do I want crappy relationships? Do I want to be a crappy person? No, absolutely not. So I ask myself this over and over. Even if I'm only here for a temporary time, why wouldn't I want to clean up my environment? Why wouldn't I want to clean up my actions? Why wouldn't I want to clean up the things that I use habitually? Why wouldn't I want to be more clean and organized? Because ultimately that habit of organization, of cleanliness, of having your stuff together carries with you everywhere you go. And though living in this apartment might be temporary for me, one day I may own a house, and if I do, I want it to be as nice as possible, even if I only live there temporarily, you know? So why bother to do any kind of exercise if you're just going to die one day? Because you're going to live in this body for the time that you're here, and you might as well enjoy it. You might as well have some pride in it. There's no reason to not feel good about it. So there is that. But more importantly for me is the person. Who will I be as a person forever, as long as people have ever known me, until they all die, until I'm just dust and the universe expires, whatever? Who will I have been as a person if I don't take care of my things? If I don't do the best to better myself and better my environment? And I fail, we're all going to fail. Everything is going to fail at some point. The question is, what do you do until then? You know, what am I going to do until then? Well, I'm going to try until I don't give a shit anymore. You know, even my give a shit breaks. But until then, I'm going to try and do my best. But I ask myself that over and over. Am I going to care about, this temporary state that I'm in at all? Am I going to care for it, this temporary location I'm in? Or am I going to just trash it out and let it go its own way and be garbage? And I mean, we can see the results of that manifest throughout the world. Look at the giant patch of garbage in the Pacific Ocean. Go drive out until you see somebody's house that clearly they don't care. and look at what the results are for them as human beings. And then ask yourself, for the limited time, the short time that you're going to be on this planet, in this place, do you want to be that person? Do you want that to be what is manifest within you? And that's okay if you do, but God knows I don't want to be around it, and I don't want it around anyone that I love, anyone that I care for. So it's a question to ask yourself. Is it worth being better? Is it worth doing better? Or is it all temporary and worth not caring about? You have to answer it, but I have only found happiness in one of those answers. I think you can guess which one. Anyway, hope this video finds you in a good place. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you want to hang out. Let me know if you want to hear me babble on about some stuff. Have a good day. Bye.